Welcome everyone to Light and Learning. I'm Teacher Lisa. Today we are going to talk about the scientific method so you will know how to think like a scientist. What is the scientific method? The scientific method is a way to answer a question using a series of logical steps to arrive at a conclusion supported by evidence. Next, let's talk about the steps of the scientific method. You may have seen a different amount of steps, but essentially the process is the same. For our example here, we will have 7 steps. The first step is to ask a question. Look around the world and wonder about it. Ask yourself a question about the world that you think you can answer using science. The next step is to do research. Be sure to use multiple trusted sources to learn even more about this subject. That will allow you to form a hypothesis. That's an educated guess about what you think will happen. It usually takes the form of an if-then statement. If I do this, then this will happen. After that, you design an experiment to test your hypothesis. And I do want to stress that the idea is not to prove your hypothesis is correct, but rather to find out the truth of what really happens. During this experiment, you will be gathering data, taking careful notes, and making sure that somebody else could replicate that experiment the same way you did it. After you're done, analyze your data. This will allow you to come to a conclusion about whether or not the hypothesis, as you stated it, was correct or not. And after that, you will share your results with other people. Now let's see those steps in action. The first one, ask a question. So let's say you have noticed that when it doesn't rain for a while, the grass in your yard turns brown. This might cause you to wonder what would happen if you had 2 patches of grass and you watered one but not the other. Next, do some research about your topic so you can learn more about it. You can use the internet, books, magazines, even find an expert like someone that owns a lawn care service who could give you some more information. The next step is to make a hypothesis. And remember, a hypothesis is an educated guess. You'll use your research and your past knowledge to make an educated guess or hypothesis about what you think will happen. You can use an if-then statement for your hypothesis. For example, if I water one patch but not the other, then the unwatered patch will not grow as well as the watered patch. Next, you'll begin to gather and analyze your data. So observe your experiment and gather data. Make careful notes of what you did and your results. The goal is not to prove your hypothesis true, but rather to find the facts. Next, make a conclusion. Use your past knowledge, research, experiment data, and observations to come to a conclusion. For example, in my research, I read that most plants need water to survive. The grass that did not get watered is now brown and doesn't look like it's alive. The grass that got water is green and growing. Based on this information, I conclude that the grass needs water to grow and stay healthy. Next, communicate and tell others. Scientists work together and share information to help improve our world. Be sure to keep track of exactly what you did during your experiment as well as your results. Someone else should be able to redo your experiment and get the same results. All right, are you ready for a pop quiz about the scientific method? Let's go. What was that all-important first step after you look around the world and wonder about it? Yes, you want to ask a question. Next, to learn more, you will, yes, do some research. This will allow you to form a hypothesis. And then you will, test that hypothesis by designing an experiment during which you will gather and then analyze your data. This will allow you to make a conclusion, and don't keep all that good information to yourself. Be sure to communicate your results with others. Fantastic! Well, I encourage you to look, listen, and wonder about the world around you. What will you discover? Thanks for watching Light and Learning today. Please like and subscribe, and remember to be the best you that you can be. Bye!